Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
Who do you need to start hanging around as you start to think about how 2022 is right upon us? Who do you need to start hanging around and being around? And what do you need to start listening to in order to raise that quality of life?
Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of Light Pink, best-selling author, 3-time fitness world champion, and I'm a crazy, multi-passionate entrepreneur. My journey has taken me everywhere, from being a broke waitress, barista, retail associate, and personal trainer with massive anxiety and no belief in myself, to later becoming a multi-millionaire in love with my life. In 2007, my husband and I lost everything. We found ourselves hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt at rock bottom. We had no ideas and I had no education to fall back on. This is when I found personal development and learned everything I could about business, not by choice, but because I realized no one was coming to save me. The conversations on this podcast are going to let you know that you're not alone and that we all feel like we don't know what we're doing. We're going to give you the tools to help you face your fears, take action, start your business, and grow those massive dreams that are keeping you up at night. It's time to create a life that you can't hide from and put so much on the line that your higher self is forced to come out. You're going to stop waiting for someone to approve of you and you're going to anoint yourself. Because I'm obsessed about building businesses that give women a platform, I want to feature you. So if you text the word podcast to 310-496-8363, you can get your questions answered on our Q&A segment along with a shout out. And if you rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast, we're choosing someone every month to get coached and featured on our show. It just might be you. So let's get started.
Welcome back to the podcast. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And if you are doing any of your holiday shopping, I just want to tell you that you need to go and download the Light Pink Holiday Guide. It has this year's most coveted gifts. And I'm telling you, if you can't think of things to get for people, especially those tough people on your list, I know I have a couple of them. They seem to just have everything or go buy the things that they want. I put this list together along with my incredible team. And I have to tell you that I'm pretty damn proud of it. I think you're going to love it. Not only that, there's exclusive discounts. And if you're anything like me, you will probably end up buying things for other people and then also buying things for yourself. Why does that happen? I'm always going out thinking of other people and I'm like, but damn, this would look cute on me. So go download that guide. You can go to the Instagram page at Drink Light Pink and you can just click the link right in the bio and download the guide and get your free holiday preset along with a free 3-month membership to Powerhouse Women Community. Really? You're not running yet? Just checking. Okay. Maybe some of you are running, which is pretty funny. Anyway. All right. Today, I want to chat with you about something that is just truthiness. And it is about a quote that I heard in the new Will Smith book, which, by the way, I think is totally good. Chris and I had what turned into a 9-hour drive from Arizona, our Arizona home, to LA, because if you haven't been following, Chris and I are going to be, well, we are trying to figure out where we're going to be spending time in Los Angeles for half of the year or for part of the year. So our main home is in Arizona, but we are going to be splitting time in Los Angeles area. And we're trying to figure out if we're going to do that in LA or we're going to do that in the OC. So we had a nice 9-hour drive that was supposed to only be a 5-hour drive, but we drove back with Thanksgiving traffic, which was absolutely the most insane traffic I've ever seen in my entire life. And thank goodness we had this book. And in the book, he obviously shares so many incredible stories and life lessons. But one that really stood out to me, just because it is something that I completely live by, is the quote from Confucius. And he says, "It's nearly impossible for your quality of life to be higher than your quality of friends." And I know this, I've written about it, I've thought about this a million times, but I want to really break this down for you because it's not just like, okay, who are the people that I'm around the most and what are the conversations and what are they thinking about? What are they talking about? But a lot of people have asked me as I've made pivots throughout my career, how I've done it. And I really know that you're going to take a look at the category in which you want to work on and try to get better. And by the way, you're not going to be able to work on every category at once. So just pick one or two. If you are somebody who has been goal-oriented and you are now someone who can probably stack goals, meaning that you can now handle doing, 1 to 3 goals at a time, then you can absolutely look at multiple areas of your life at once. But I am telling you, if you are not, you definitely need to just start with one area. Another holiday season is upon us, and I don't know about you, but for many of us, that means we are traveling home to see friends and family. And even though it is supposed to be quote unquote joyful, this can often throw us into a very stressful situation. Many times it's because maybe we don't have the conversations or boundaries that we need to have when we are going home, especially if you're running a business during this season. And we often don't necessarily have the people to talk to in order to maybe set some goals that we want during the holiday season. I absolutely love Talkspace for this reason is if you don't have somebody to sort through all of the emotions that are coming up during this time, Talkspace is the perfect place to do that. You can even set goals with your Talkspace therapist and develop techniques to cope in difficult times. Talkspace offers individual therapy, couples therapy, and medication prescription services. It's the #1 online therapy platform, and there are thousands of licensed therapists available for you to match with across dozens of specialties, including anxiety, depression, relationships, and more. And we know that during the holiday season, there are a lot of triggers coming at us, especially when it involves our loved ones and people in our family. So if you need a little bit more support to help you through the end of this year or want to start building towards a better upcoming year, Talkspace is here to help. Match with a licensed licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month with promo code HAPPY. That's $100 off when you use code HAPPY at Talkspace.com. So when I was wanting to improve health, fitness in my life, when I had first started out on my journey, it's not like I could just clear out all of the people in my life, right? But I knew that that was the one thing that I wanted to focus on. So I started to really collect people who could teach me about fitness. And I started to hang around more people who could teach me about fitness. So maybe in your life right now, you are wanting to, it's not the new year yet, but you are probably already wanting to improve your health and fitness. I don't know about you, but like after Thanksgiving, I'm like, oh my God, I already feel done with the holidays. And we have like a whole month or two left. But if that's something that you want to improve on, and the current group of friends that you have that you're spending the most time with are absolutely not focused on their health and are bad influences in that area, then you will never rise above in that area of your life, in that aspect of your life. You will never rise above the quality of those friends and the way that they view health and fitness. You'll never go further than their beliefs around it. So if that's something that you want to do, how can you start hanging out with someone or taking walks with someone or spending more time or meeting someone at the gym or creating more health-minded friends, right? And it is insane because I promise you, if all of a sudden you started hanging out with people who like to do triathlons or who like to go to fitness classes or who are very health-oriented, you will start to notice that your health improves. And I can prove this because we had a couple of employees at different times who did not have health and wellness on their radar at all. They had always wanted to do it, but they had never, set goals or done anything around it. And on actually 3 different occasions, we had 3 different employees come and work for us. And after 6 months, they had all lost anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds. And it was because every single day they were spending time in our home and it just rubbed off. It was the majority of what they spent time with was the influence and impact that it had on them. So how crazy that you just need to be in the environment. And it just so happened that they said, when we had asked, like, how did this happen? They were like, well, when we were around you, we didn't want to order the normal food that we ordered, right? If we were door dashing or bringing food into the house and eating at the table, it was like, it just starts to rub off on you. You want to start to put in that healthy order. You want to start to think about your choices. And, they would see us going for walks all the time. And they'd be like, well, you know what? I'm going to go for a walk after work too. And sometimes we would even do walking meetings. So that is proof that no matter what, you just start to become that way. So let's look at it in terms of your business. So if you want to improve in your business, what are the conversations you need to have and who are the people that you need to be around? And I cannot stress this enough, that just by osmosis and being around these people, you're going to start hearing and learning about opportunities. You're going to start learning what a schedule really looks like when you need to get stuff done. You're going to start learning that it's different questions to ask, right? We just did that podcast about it's not what you need, it's who do you need? And same goes for this. Who do you need to start hanging around as you start to think about how 2022 is right upon us? Who do you need to start hanging around and being around? And what do you need to start listening to in order to raise that quality of life? Because right back to the quote, your life will never move past the quality of the people that you hang around. So I'm sending you guys so much love, but I really want to implant this and remind you the importance of the conversations that you are having, the people that you are around, and the quality of the things that you're listening to. And I would love to hear from you as always. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was on this. I love when you share and tag, share with friends. I so appreciate it. It's how a podcast stays out in the world. And I'm sending you so much love today and during this holiday season. Remember, just take a deep breath. Whenever you're feeling crazy, just remember to take a deep breath, take a pause, and know that today could be as good as it gets. Until next time, earn your happy.
Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to Circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.
Hey all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys, make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it. Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.